I really think that internet safety is very essential and so important when it comes to being an educator and teaching that, and then also for a student fully understanding and grasping what internet safety looks like, because there can be very dangerous, life-changing situations because of things that happen on the internet, things that take place, things that are said, things that are done, some very scary things that happen out there. So I think just the very first question, what is internet safety and why is it so important, just as an educator, and then also teaching internet safety to students. There's so many things going on right now with cyberbullying and seeing suicide rates go up because of that, the sexting, the human trafficking. There's just really, really dangerous things that are going on, and so as educators, it's definitely our role to teach about those things that can happen, that it's a very real thing, that it's a very dangerous thing, that if you see something, if you hear something, to tell somebody, because it happens every day across our country. I know that one thing that even before taking this module, it's been something that interests me, just seeing how trends have changed over the years recently, just because of the internet and technology being so just relevant in this culture. But even just, from the time that I was in school to now with social media, it's like I would leave school and then unless hanging out with friends from school, I was separated from that. Everything that could be going on there, from the friends to the bullying to gossip to whatever was going on at school. But now, kids leave school, and because of social media and the internet, they're never disconnected from it. They're always hearing it. They're always seeing it. There's no privacy. Everything that's going on in life is just out there. So being able to teach students the things that can happen if that privacy isn't created and there isn't safety created on the internet, we're definitely dropping the ball as educators if we're not protecting our students in that way and teaching them and informing them on the things that can happen. That's why, kind of jumping to the next question with NetSmarts, I think this website was awesome. I've never been on it before, but I just think that it was a great there's great organization on it, as far as here's the different things that can happen, here's the things that are happening, here's what you can do, to prevent it, to teach about it. I thought that the completing the Teaching Digital Citizen Training Program, I think every teacher should have to do that, just to know what to look for, and as far as how to help students with protecting them. I know that there's teachers out there that just come from different generations, different time frames, don't realize what's accessible on the internet, what can happen. So just across the board, having every teacher complete that will be huge, just to help them better protect their students and to better teach internet security and safety. So doing that, I think it's very relevant. I think that it still should, like I said, every teacher should have to complete it. And for me, this internet security thing is before I ever took the class, was something that was huge to me, because I see that if you're not safe, bad things can happen. And so that's something that's very important to me. As far as the youth safety article, there were 2 points I want to hit on that really stood out to me. Was the cyberbullying. This is something that just, I hate it that students have to go through this, and I think that it's one of those things that if you're able to look for the right things, look for the warning signs of things that are being done and said, and the reason that it stands out to me so big is because it really is a life and death kind of thing. I mean, students that take this stuff, they get it at school, the bullying, then they leave and they're cyberbullying, and just like I said with suicide rates, things like that going up, depression, a lot of that is related because kids are never detaching from it, because now social media is bringing it into the aspect, so they go home and they're getting it on there also. And so being able to see that and sense that, and kind of like the article talked about, setting a framework for what cyberbullying even is and what it looks like. Because a lot of students and teachers may not even know, that was happening. So that really stood out to me in the article, to set a framework for what it looks like. And then also is just the privacy. Like I said, if you know how to protect your privacy on the internet, that's half the battle. A lot of the issues are going to be resolved right there. To say, well, I'm not putting this information out there, or even just keeping kids from seeing some of that stuff and protecting their privacy as an educator, is half the battle. So I really enjoyed the article, and I think it just puts it into words, the different things that need to happen to create that safety.